Welcome, everybody. For the record, my name is Gabriella Coletta. I'm the District 1 City Councilor and the Chair of the Boston City Council Committee on Government Operations. Today is February 12th, 2024. This hearing is being recorded. It is also being live streamed at boston.gov/city-council-TV and broadcasted on Xfinity Channel 8, RCN Channel 82, and FiOS Channel 964. Written comments may be sent to the committee email at ccc.go@boston.gov and will be made a part of the record and available to all councilors. Public testimony will be taken at the end of this hearing, although I don't know if we'll have any. Individuals will be called on in the order in which they are signed up and will have 2 minutes to testify. If you're interested in testifying in person, please add your name or sign up virtually and send an email to our Central Staff Liaison, Megan Kavanaugh, for the link, and I'll say her email for the record, megan.kavanaugh@boston.gov. Today's hearing is on docket number 0302, a petition for a special law regarding an age waiver for the maximum age requirement for Paul O'Brien to join the Boston Police Department. This matter was sponsored by Councilors Aaron Murphy, Enrique Pepen, and John Fitzgerald and was referred to the committee on February 7th, 2024. Today, I am joined by my colleagues in order of arrival, Councilor Aaron Murphy, Councilor Ed Flynn, Councilor Enrique Pepen, Councilor Ben Weber, and Councilor John Fitzgerald. So I'm going to dive into a quick opening remarks, and then I'll pass it to the lead sponsor if you wanted to say anything. But this is my first government operations hearing. I'm very excited about it, and I'm grateful that this is the subject matter that we are diving into. I look forward to every hearing and just being an educational and informative moment, both on the topic and procedurally. So it's essential that the public fully understand the processes and procedures of this body so they could effectively participate in local democracy. So I will do my best today and moving forward to explain and describe the piece of legislation we are reviewing and potential legal or operational implications for the City of Boston. For this particular hearing, we are reviewing what is called a home rule petition, which is a power that local municipals have granted to them to petition the state legislature to amend Massachusetts general law. The home rule we are petitioning the legislature for approval of today relates to waiving the maximum age requirement for a Mr. Paul O'Brien to join the police department, and we are so grateful that you joined us today. So in this hearing, we'll hear from Mr. O'Brien shortly. And before I pass it over, I just want to provide some quick historical context to understand why Mr. O'Brien must petition the Boston Police Department and the state legislature through this home rule petition process. So under Mass General Law, Chapter 31, Section 58, it limits the statewide maximum age requirement for residents to become municipal officers at age 32 years old on or before the final date before the filing of applications. In 2007, thanks to the leadership of then Councilor Flaherty, City of Boston passed its own home rule petition, which ultimately passed the legislature, that raised the maximum age requirement to 40 years old on the date of the entrance exam. It should be noted that what this legislation does is simply allow Mr. O'Brien to start the typical process that one usually does to become a police officer. He still has to take the civil service exam, which I believe you have already, and you'll get into that, obtain entrance to the academy, pass the academy, and subsequent physical and aptitude testing. So given the subject matter and how short this filing is, I can imagine that this hearing won't be extremely long, but I did want to start off on the right foot as chair to ensure that every home rule petition or ordinance filed in the City Council gets a hearing so that my colleagues can ask their questions and so that we can hear from the petitioner directly. So with that, I will pass it over to the lead sponsor, Councilor Murphy.
Thank you, and thank you, Chair. Congratulations on your first hearing as the Chair of Government Ops, and thank you for holding this hearing quickly. I know when I filed it last week at the council meeting, it has been past practice that we suspend and pass age waivers, but in this case, Councilor Coletta did ensure me that she would make sure we held the hearing before the next council meeting on Wednesday so we can put this forward to a vote on Wednesday, so thank you for that. And also, thank you for coming in and sharing your story. It's vulnerable, so I appreciate that, and you have to go through this process, so just thank you for taking the time to come in and talk to us. The police force, we need dedicated members. We are desperate to fill so many spots that we need on the police force, and you, I know, are willing and able to join the police force, so I'm happy to be the lead sponsor on this to help you move this forward up to the State House, where I know you live in Hyde Park, and your state representative, State Rep Consalvo, has been willing and will help push that forward up at the State House for you. But you were born and raised in Dorchester. You now reside in Hyde Park, and something I just want to make sure we all know, that you spent the last 11 years working in the Boston Emergency Medical Service, and you've been a wonderful servant to the city of Boston through your time there. And I do know that you feel as though your ability to be a police officer will give you the tools able to have more of an impact on your community and impact to the city that you're raising your family in, you were raised in. You also, I don't want to miss the opportunity to share that you come from a family of public servants. Your sister is the director of the community center in the neighborhood I live in, the Leahy Holleran Community Center, and your dad was a firefighter, your uncle, you have family members on the police force, so thank you to the O'Brien family for being public servants and making the city a better place. So I'm looking forward. I know that you submitted a letter, that you'll share that with us. I feel confident that my colleagues and my other co-sponsors to this bill are going to also be supportive of pushing forward, that you're an excellent candidate for this. And life happens. I was 11 years, not 4 years, when I finally graduated college. I was 50 when I decided to become a city councilor. So my mom was in her 60s when she went to law school, so life doesn't have the path that many people think things should happen in a chronological order. And for whatever good reason you decided for you and your family it's best that you become a police officer, I hope that this body can help you support that. So thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I'll now pass it to Councilor Pepin.
Thank you, Chair Collada, and thank you, Councilor Murphy. For me, it's an honor to be the city councilor for District 5, which is the neighborhood the district that you reside on, and over in Reedville and Hyde Park. And I think Councilor Murphy said it perfectly, is that you come from a family of service. And I respect that so much, because just reading your story and meeting one of your family members, the fact that you've already served 11 years as a Boston Emergency Medical Service representative, and you want to continue your service, I think that speaks a lot. And I know that you are also a dad of 3 children, so I know you're a dad, and your heart is in the right place. So I would hope that, as you continue this journey to become a police officer, you do it with your heart on your sleeves, because that's the kind of policing that we need in our community. I know that there's a lot of openings in Boston Police Department at the moment. So thank you for your willingness to sign up to potentially become a police officer. That is why I'm in support of this home rule petition, because we need more of you. We need good public servants, and I'm just in full support. So I'll leave my remarks at that.
Thank you, Councilor Pepin. I'll pass it to Councilor Fitzgerald.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Paul, thank you so much. I actually just left, I just did a ride along with EMS this morning, and so I know the job that you're leaving, and while I'm sad to see a very good EMS employee move on, I do know that the Boston Police does need great people, and so it's nice to know that they are getting a good one, and we look forward to seeing you on the force. Just another note about your family: great people, great servants, great public dedication. Know many of them well. I've sat in your parents' living room over the campaign season, and I know a lot of other members of your family and had lunch many times with them. And they are all so dedicated to making not just Dorchester and the city great, but just being an example for others across the city. A family like yours is an easy one to point to and say that's what you should try and be like, right? And so I know that you'll make, using the transferable skills from the EMS, I know you'll make a great police officer as well. And I hope you're happy with the decision at the end of the day, because I think you'll do great. And so I'll leave it at that, but thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilor Fitzgerald. Does Councilor Flynn or Councilor Weber have any opening statements?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And Madam Chair, thank you for explaining the process. It was very helpful to all of us and to the public as well. So I want to thank you as the chair. Also want to thank Councilor Murphy as well for sponsoring this with Councilor Pepin as well. I had the opportunity to read the hearing home rule petition closely, but I also want to echo what my colleagues have said is Paul has served 10, 11 years on the emergency medical services, a tough job, a stressful job, but your dedication, your professionalism as a member of EMS, we're the best EMS department in the country, says a lot. At 47, you feel like you still have something that you want to contribute to the residents of Boston as a police officer, and that's something I respect. And I don't think we're giving Paul anything. I think we're just allowing Paul to continue the process to fulfill his dream of being a police officer. And if he's willing to work hard and study and pass the examination and do all the physical activities, I know he'd be an excellent police officer. He's an excellent city employee, as is his entire family. So Boston is strong because of people like Paul and the O'Brien family. And I'm looking forward to supporting this when it does come for a vote. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Flynn. Councilor Weber?
Yeah, thank you. And Mr. O'Brien, thanks for your dedication to public service. I had a little prior experience with this kind of thing as a workers' rights lawyer, and looking into these maximum age, requirements for entering the academy. It is allowed, and it's part of it is even if you can pass all the requirements, they want to make sure that somebody they let work for the Boston Police Department has a sufficient connection to the community, is going to be able to be around long enough to benefit the community. But for you, you've already been serving the community, and I think that's very important to note. And the kinds of people I think they want to keep out with these rules, it doesn't apply to you. And I just want to thank you for your service.
Okay, with that, I'm thrilled to pass it over to Mr. Paul O'Brien. If you want to introduce yourself, just tell us a little bit about your story, and then anything that you want to say about specifically going into the Boston Police Department and why you'd like to pursue that. Thank you.
Okay. So good afternoon. My name is Paul O'Brien. I am a lifetime resident of Boston. I currently live in Hyde Park with my wife and 3 sons. I have been working at Boston EMS for over a decade, proudly serving the residents of Boston. I have enjoyed my time at Boston EMS, but I know it is time for me to make a change for myself and my family. I grew up in Dorchester, the son of a Boston firefighter, and like most inner city kids, dreamed of being either a firefighter or a police officer. Yet, after high school, I attended college, and after that, pursued a financial career as a retail stockbroker and as an equity sales trader. I was laid off in 2008 as a casualty of the Great Recession. At that time, with the birth of my first son, seeking a more stable profession, I decided to reattempt to pursue my childhood dreams of working in civil service. I had, of course, taken the police exams over the years, most notably after the Marathon bombing in 2013, where I scored a 97, but was unable to secure a position. I thought my childhood dreams had all but faded until my brother-in-law, a current BPD detective, told me people were obtaining age waivers, and once again I was instilled with hope of obtaining my childhood dream. There are other reasons I am pursuing a transition from EMS to BPD. As mentioned earlier, I have a wife and 3 sons. The cost of living between school tuition and basic needs has increased so much that my current salary is not enough to keep up with rising costs and raising a family in this city. As some, if not all of you know, the BPD and BFT salaries far outweighs those at Boston EMS. Securing a position as a Boston police officer would afford me an opportunity to drastically increase my salary and allow me to better provide for my family and remain living in the city of Boston. Also, policing has witnessed a shift from strict law enforcement to a more community-oriented policing. I know that my natural interpersonal skills, along with my experience at Boston EMS, make me a good candidate. I have worked alongside the Boston Police for the last 11 years, specifically on the always difficult, emotionally disturbed person calls. I have many times in my career prevented the officers from either wrestling or handcuffing a patient. My supervisor has told me many officers had expressed gratitude for having me on their calls. In conclusion, I will be taking the exam in March. I hope in combination with the good score and the help of the Honorable Boston City Council, I can begin the process of securing a position in the Boston Police Department. I can assure this council that if I am afforded this opportunity, I will continue to serve the residents of Boston with the same compassion and dedication I have for the last 11 years. Thank you for hearing me, and it's been a pleasure working for you, and I hope to continue that service as a Boston police officer.
Thank you so much for that testimony. I just want to say thank you again for your demonstrated dedication to the city of Boston. You're the exact type of person that we need to have in the police department, and you are rooted in community. So I do feel like you would be able to benefit the world-class community service model that we have here in the BPD. So I have no questions. I want to go to my colleagues if they have any additional questions, comments, or concerns.
Thank you. No questions, just thank you, and thank you for sharing your story so we have even more of an understanding. But I look forward to supporting this so it gets up to the State House with my colleagues. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Councilor Pepin?
Thank you, Chair Coletta. I just want to echo the sentiments. Just thank you so much for sharing your story. It fills me with hope that you view this as a community benefit, as working for the community, of serving the people, and to hear the stories of the fact that you've de-escalated things before. We need more of that. So thank you, and I just look forward to seeing this process go through.
Thank you, Councilor Pepin. Councilor Fitzgerald?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just one question. Wondering, will you tend to keep the credentials you have now, or keep doing the tests to keep? Because if you could be a police officer with the EMT skills and keep it updated, I know that I'm not saying this is a necessity by any means, but I mean that's a special type of officer that can kind of contribute to both, right?
I mean, they are first responders, obviously, so a lot of times the Boston police officers are the first on scene.
Yeah.
So to have someone that, you know, let's just say somebody was shot, for example, it is good for them to have. They just have their basic, you know, first aid type skills, but to have somebody who has 11 years of experience on arguably the most sophisticated EMS service in the country, I think that would be very helpful.
Yeah.
As well as any educational things that I could transfer as far as working at the academy, helping out with, I know they do teach some EMS stuff there. So I absolutely, other than just my experience in the street, I feel my knowledge of EMS was certainly something is transferable to being a Boston police officer.
And with more calls going for EDPs, right? I just learned that this morning too. Emotionally distressed person. Is that what it is?
Those are so those are very difficult calls for us to handle. But a lot of times, they are hoping that we can kind of de-escalate that situation and kind of calm that person down enough to get them in the ambulance instead of them having to put hands on. We put them in cuffs.
Right.
So I've been involved in many of those situations where I've been able to calm the patient down enough to get them in the back of the ambulance instead of the back of a cruiser.
No, I just think it'll be a huge benefit. And again, thank you, as all my other colleagues have said. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Councilor Fitzgerald. Councilor Weber, did you have anything?
Just briefly. So for me and for my colleagues, I guess, how will this work? Are you allowed to take the exam before the home rule petition? What's your understanding of?
So that I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I think, yes, I can take the exam. I think after you take the exam is when they start to decide who can be on the list. And so hopefully, I think if this gets done before that, then that would benefit me, to tell you the truth.
Do you know when the next exam is?
I'm taking it March 16th. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, no, in one case I dealt with, the person had gotten all the way through to getting a spot in the academy, and then somebody was like, oh, you're over the age limit, and then that's when he reached out to me. So I'm
yeah, I
curious.
think that's why we're here, and we wanted to get on top of this and kind of get that done before, they get to that step in the process. So.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Great. Seeing no other comments, questions, or concerns, I just want to again thank you and express gratitude for coming in here. It is a very vulnerable situation, so I wanted to put that out there and again say thank you. I don't think we have public testimony. No, seeing no public testimony, I am going to adjourn this hearing and recommend passage in the original draft.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.